Hello, fellow Zoom meeting friends. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? I've been up since 6 o'clock in the morning, and if I sound like janky right now, it's because I have the jankier setup, even more jankier than usual. Okay, I got a little bit of that room echo going on. But you know who's got an even more jankier setup right now? Banks, airports. A lot of places are completely shut down. So earlier this morning, I thought that Microsoft got hacked. And whenever there's a bad thing that happens to Microsoft or Windows, dude, I'm like the first guy lined up ready to take a massive dump on them. But today, it's not a Microsoft issue, okay, ladies and gentlemen? Today is an issue where if you work in an office like this, you probably see blue screens everywhere, okay? Like, literally, all the employees are just sitting around going, can't access the computer. It says that I got a blue screen. Go through a recovery page. I'm fucked. Well, if you go to an actual airport, for instance, right, like the Los Angeles International Airport, if you're trying to fly today, you probably noticed blue screens everywhere. I mean, people think there's a massive hack going on, a big cybersecurity day. But it's not a cybersecurity day, ladies and gentlemen. The truth is actually far more simpler than you can imagine, okay? So, I'm going to show you a company page here real quick. This is CloudStrike, by the way. So what CloudStrike does, and I'm going to let them explain, is basically they have a software called CloudStrike Falcon. And the whole software, the whole point of it, okay, according to them, is to stop breaches via a unified set of cloud-delivered technologies that prevent all types of attacks. So basically malware, everything else. So I want you to kind of think of your standard antivirus software, the stuff you install to protect stuff bad from happening. Yeah, think of that on more crack, okay? It's endpoint detection and response software. So for a lot of these big companies like United Airlines, like your bank, basically big Fortune 500 companies, they buy software from CloudStrike just so they can protect themselves. And for the most part, everything is pretty good. But pretty good is fine when you're dealing with actual hackers. What if I told you the antivirus company you pay big money, you hire, they pushed a update that ended up actually breaking every single system that you had? So while people thought it was like a massive cyber attack, eventually like Falcon, like the actual CrowdStrike guys, basically said, yeah, we had a problem with a content update for Windows hosts. That's like the funniest way of saying, yeah, we caused billions of dollars in damages, probably today around the world, by pushing a faulty patch, okay? That's pretty much the actual gist of it. So what they said was there were some customers impacted by a defect found in a single content update for the Windows people, okay? Which, by the way, is the largest, obvious, desktop operating system, right? So if you're a Mac user, like I am right now, I'm using a Macintosh, boys. It works. And I had CloudStrike, I'd be fine. If I was on Linux with CloudStrike, I'd be fine. So it's not a security incident or a cyber attack. So if you're wondering, whoa, all my information got stolen by furries, maybe? No. I've made a lot of content on furries lately. Right now, I can tell you the fursuits were not involved, okay? Maybe the person pushing the update may have, in fact, touched a fursuit. Maybe. But in this situation, the furries are not as involved as I think they are. So you don't have to worry about your information being stolen or anything. So what they said was they actually found out the issue, and they isolated it, and they even deployed the fix for it, right? But I just want to, again, reiterate, this is the antivirus company you hired. You don't have to worry about people hacking. You just have to worry about the actual company pushing a shitty update that crashed tons of computers around the world just now. Caused billions of dollars in damages. Imagine if you're an airline company, right? It's kind of a good thing. Like, the airline company basically bent me over 2 days ago when I was trying to get to Texas. Like, where I am right now is at Caleb's house, right? We're actually doing videos together. So me and a whole bunch of other YouTubers, Wendigo and Tom, Brandon Buckingham, we're about to do a destruction derby with actual cars right now. But I flew out here 2 days ago. The airline company tried bending me over and fucking me in the ass. Today they're getting fucked in the ass. And we're getting fucked in the ass by proxy too. So that's just one example, right? But any company that's kind of using the software and, you wake up and you realize you're getting blue screens and everything is crashed and there's, an issue going on, The problem is it's just far simpler than imaginable. Somebody pushed a bad update, and whether, they had a testing grid for the bad update, like maybe they should have tested it, like Canary tested it before they even decide to push it out for the world. I'm wondering why that didn't happen. I mean, mistakes do occur, but a mistake of this magnitude, somebody's not just getting fired, they're getting fucking killed. So anyways, you might be wondering, Muda, what is the actual fix to this, okay? So, according to a few people in the loop that are actually dealing with fixing this, the fix right now is to go to Windows in safe mode, okay? That's when you basically load up Windows with everything disabled to the point that you're just loading up what you have to get it to work. And at that point, you go to the C directory, your Windows directory, System32, and before you think, oh, you got to delete all that, no, you go to Drivers, CrowdStrike, and you'd basically delete anything with the file C-000000291 and asterisk.sys. So, in fact, every single host in your actual enterprise network at your company, which also means, workers who are remotely operating, you got to remove off that, okay? And according to our friends at VX Underground, if you're using Microsoft's BitLocker encryption, you might as well jump off a fucking bridge, okay? That's pretty much all you can do. There are some fixes, like some people brought this 15 stage fix. And the thing about it is, right, going back to one of the clips I showed you with all the employees sitting down, basically looking at a blue screen together. If you're an IT worker, imagine, instead of being able to do any of this remotely, now you got to go to every single fucking computer in your enterprise network and basically do this one by one. So it's a massively insane fix. It's kind of like Y2K, when people complain about every computer getting shut down. Yeah, you're kind of living through a historical moment in a way too. You got to experience a little bit of what Y2K would be like. So yeah, it's a pretty massive issue, and it's one of those things where I kind of wanted to really understand the gravitas of the situation, and the best part about any of this is, it all comes down to, a fucking company making a very egregious mistake, but, obviously it's not some crazy, world government or some hacking group ended up actually getting billions upon billions of people's personal information out of nowhere. Or they were the ones that sent out this update that crashed everyone. So yeah, it really does seem like obviously it is the company taking the massive L. And this massive L involved, again, billions of dollars, I would say, in losses, because this is a worldwide thing. It's not just, something that happened in one city or one country. No, this is going all the way from the United States to the fucking Philippines, for crying out loud. But yeah, I wanted to talk about it because, I've been up since 6 a.m., I saw a little bit of murmurs. I saw some airports go down with the blue screen of death, and then one airport after the other. Oof. So if you're somebody that works at CloudStrike, if you're the intern today that accidentally pushed this update without realizing, I'd say run for the goddamn hills. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, this is why today a whole bunch of things are down. Are you at the airport, maybe watching this video? Yeah, this is exactly why your airport's having a fucking conniption fit right now. But yeah, I apologize for kind of the setup right now. I don't expect historical events to be taking place when I'm out of town and on the road, but they do. And usually when that happens, I have to film pretty dirty like this. But I'll be back home probably Sunday night, and then we'll get back to business as usual. Provided, hopefully, no update happens Sunday, and I'm stuck in an airport. I'm just going to end the video off right here. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.